Hello everyone, and it's Joe and
Alex.
This is a new channel called DMR, or Dead Men Ruffle. We will be posting a variety of different content on this channel, including gameplays, walkthroughs, quick tips and analysis.
We're going to start with a gameplay by Joe, i.e. DMR Tempest. That will be in the new series which we're starting called One Man Army Exists, in which we will dissect gameplay by us or other players that we feel have carried the team or have won the match by themselves. So without further ado, let's get started with the match on bootleg. So Joe, what do you want to give us, or do you want to give us a rundown on your thoughts of this match?
Of course. Oh god, that's that guy that kills you like every single time in this match. I mean, a good sort of 80% of your deaths are from this guy. The eye example. So everyone watching the video, can you please send lots of hate mail to this guy, because we don't like him.
Definitely annoyed.
Well, he annoyed you. I mean,
me.
I didn't die enough times to get annoyed by anyone killing me. But yeah, which kind of spoils the end of this match, the scoreline. But
when you see the stats for me, you understand why I got it.
Yeah. Well, as you can see right at this section here, I've decided that because we've got an A and B capture on us, and I thought I'd let the team sort of regroup and recapture one of the points, because I felt that I was playing quite well, and if I defended C, we would be less likely to get that triple cap, because it looked like they were all pushing towards that triple cap. As you can see, they're all running down this right side throughout like most of this match. They're all running down this right side. So what I decided to do is I stick myself behind those cinder blocks you can see there, right by C. They are really useful to use. It's because they can barely see any of your body, and if the enemy can barely see any of your body and you can see all of the enemy, then you're going to win your gun battle, because they have got such a smaller target to be shooting at, whereas you've got the entire person to be shooting at. As you see here, I put out my Predator missile because I noticed they're all grouped over there, so I'm likely to get another double kill so I can get my my helicopter out, which will also help us in charging the assault on B, which we're not even doing. We're capturing A at the moment. So yeah, I think I'd probably move up round and try and have a look at what's going on at B, because now that we've got both C and A, where they're all going to be spawning towards B. So I make my way up over here and stick myself over by the little gap in that wall to the left over here, which is also another really good spot, because if you just stood in the middle, they would be able to see you. Whereas if you play your cover well, then you can sit up there and they can barely see you. So you've got that extra bit of cover, which can be the difference between life and death. Like, as you can see, they've captured A, and because they were spawning at B, I can tell that they're probably going to run in a sort of clockwise manner around the map, so they're probably going to come round to C. So I stick myself behind the blocks once again, and you can see that they're running towards me, and there's pretty much nothing they can do about it. So right now I'm making my way towards the middle of the map, because I noticed that they're not running through the section of the map that I thought they were going to be running towards. So I thought they would probably be running through the centre of the map. See here? Yep. Running through the centre of the map. I put out my Predator missile again. And yeah, as you can see, because they've got more than one point, then it's really difficult to pick up your double kills with your Predator missiles. So yeah, I think when you've got a Predator missile, certainly on domination, you really want to save it for those situations where you absolutely need it, instead of like doing what I just did and having to rely on your gun to get another kill to get your attack helicopter, which I think is my second attack helicopter in one life.
Joe, would you like to say what class you're actually using? So you use it.
Oh yeah. I'm using an ACR at the moment, which I think is probably my favourite assault rifle in the game. I think, hang on, I'll get the stats up for it here. It's got the fastest reload time of any of the assault rifles in the game, which is 1.9 seconds, which basically means that you don't need to use that first sleight of hand perk, which you need to use. Well, you don't need to use, but a lot of people will find that they tend to use the sleight of hand on assault rifles because they've got a slower reload time than submachine guns. and it's a moderately powerful weapon and has the fastest reload of any of the assault rifles in Modern Warfare 3, and has the lowest recoil. So really, this is basically the FAMAS in Black Ops, only it's in Modern Warfare 3. I mean, you can slap red dots and silencers on this and have absolutely no problems. You can rape, basically. Whereas, yeah, if you look at the other reload times on the assault rifles, like the FAD, it's got 3.2 seconds. So that's like, well, that's a 1.5 second difference, really. Well, not 1.5 second, yeah, but 1.3 second difference between the assault rifles. So, I mean, really, the ACR is... we don't need to say 2/3, mate. The ACR is basically the best assault rifle that you can use in the match. As you can see here, I'm making my way up towards B because I've noticed that we're down to just one capture flag. So I thought we'd capture B for probably the first time that we actually had B in the match. Here you can see I'm making my once again my hit box as small as possible. I'm lying down on the flag. I mean, a lot of people just run in and stand on the centre of the flag. I mean, that is going to get you killed. Whereas I was as far away from the flag as I can be and in prone. So a lot of the frag grenades that will be coming down, I'm a lot more likely to survive. I can run away from them or not even have to move because they've gone over to one side of the flag that I'm not on. As you can see here, I've pulled out my Predator missile again, and once again, because, as I was saying earlier, when you've got two flags and they've only got one flag, you are a lot more likely to get a double kill, and that's how I always get double kills with my helicopters. As you can see here, I come spawn straight back in and throw a frag grenade on B, trying to protect that B flag. Now this is a really good sort of head glitch point behind that truck as well. So a lot of the time when they're running down through C, they're going to be running across that through that brick area, and that's a really good head glitch to use and get yourself in some good cover. I mean, obviously, it's better for use if you haven't got any, if it's been blown up, because otherwise they can just chuck a frag grenade on that and then you're done.
I would like to say that I know this match looks rather campy, but it does work for objective-based games, because then you're constantly defending a certain area, and then that allows your team to be able to do the work in capturing and making sure that your team actually wins the game. Whereas, for example, what I was doing, which was rushing, which works very well on team deathmatch and stuff like that, where you take everyone by surprise basically by taking them all out, it's not so effective on domination and stuff like that, because people are usually camped down and making sure they're defending their flags and being able to just kill you from random spots that you don't like.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, even in this section here, although I'm not really rushing, I have noticed that we are losing the match and we need to capture those flags. So I am running into those flags, and that's getting me killed. I mean, you've got to learn when to take a death in domination, because a lot of domination is about sort of sacrificing your life for winning the match. It's not about getting a good KD, it's about capturing the flags. And in order to capture flags, you're gonna die. It will happen. As you can see here, I noticed there's a remote sentry up on the mini-map, and yeah, so I decided to destroy the remote sentry, because in order to capture C, I'm probably going to need a bit of team support. I mean, I know that they're probably going to be defending B quite a bit because we just started losing Bravo. But I think team help is always what you need. As you can see here, I have an attack helicopter, but I swapped down to my Predator missile because I know we're losing C. And if I pull out that Predator missile and use it, then I'm going to be able to defend C. I'm going to be able to defend that flag, and we're going to be able to keep ourselves in the match. Because, yeah. Well, otherwise we will lose C, and yeah, you can't win matches with no flags. As you can see here, I'll run around because I know that they're still going to be making an assault on C. So I stick myself behind these blocks again, and my helicopter does a bit of work. But as you can see, even if I know I can't get the kill, I'm still firing into the enemies, because it makes them weaker and makes it my teammates' job of killing them a lot easier as well. Now I noticed the scoreline at the bottom now, and I'm noticing that we are still losing, and we could probably do with a triple cap. So I work my way towards the middle of the map and try and give my teammates a bit of defence around here. And notice that they probably be making an assault on B, and so I sit down behind here. And as you can see in a minute, I think it pays off. Yeah, get the kill. Now I'm thinking, right, we've got to get this triple cap. So I push my way right round through A, and try and kill any of the ones off of the spawn, and possibly make my way around and kill the guys that are coming towards C. We're losing B, so I went straight back on B. Don't know what that guy was doing. Climbing up on top of a truck randomly. Now he started losing C again, so I have to push my way back to C. As you see here, Marksman really helps me out here, although I do die if I didn't have Marksman. That would have been a completely lost cause. So now I'm thinking, right, I've spawned near A. That must mean there's hardly any enemies around A, and we definitely need at least 2 flags here. So I make my way over to A and capture it with the help of my friend DMR Typhoon.
Hello!
And I'm still thinking that we are definitely needing that triple cap. So I make my way towards C. And as you can see in a minute, when the EMP goes, we are losing this, and we are about to lose it. So I throw myself on C, and I've noticed that if you throw yourself on a flag, they don't get points for that flag that you're capturing. And now, instead of going for that greedy double kill, I help my friends, I defend B so we don't lose that flag, and eventually, here we are, we've got the triple cap, and we win the match 200 to 199. So, if you like this gameplay commentary, or the lovely sounds of my sexy voice, be sure to give this a like and comment and favourite, and we'll see you all again next week.